Brandi is one of our senior business advisors. What makes her unique is that she actually started as a client before joining the team. It's a full circle story that really embodies what we mean when we talk about prosperity beyond profit. But I'm not going to steal all of her thunder. I'm going to let her talk about it. So Brandi, you've lived both sides of this relationship. Talk us about it. What drew you to make the transition? Give us the details.
Yeah, okay. So let's see. How do I talk through the details? Yes. Started as a client, was not excited about being a client. I always tell our clients that probably the first 6 months of our engagement, sat there thinking I have a lot of other things I could be doing right now with this time. I know what we need to do. We just need to listen to me, and then we'll be well on our way. I don't understand why we're taking this path. And so it did. I would say a lot of our clients came around way faster than I did when I started the process. But yeah, so started as a client. Our family was we were all in different places and pages and had different ideas of how to keep the business sustainable and what we should do from there. And so we needed somebody to help us get aligned and to help us get organized and get out of our own heads and get out of our own egos, myself especially included in that. And so we worked closely with Rob for many years and it evolved over time. It took us a while to really be able to be open and honest about what we wanted, where we wanted to be, what our goals were, what our purpose was. And so ultimately decided to, myself personally, I really, we preach business first family and family first business. And yes, our business took the business first approach. But for me personally, I wanted to have some separation between what I did all day and my family life. And so very passionate about people and helping people. And I thought, what better way to do that than to help people that have been on the same path that I've been on and can understand. I feel like I kind of have a unique perspective because yes, while it was my family's business, it was my husband's family. And so it was like, yes, I'm a family member, but also I'm kind of like one step removed. So able to kind of be in this space of like being an employee and having a good relationship with the other people on the team of not exactly being like the daughter or the son. And so I feel like I can really lean into that as we work with clients to understand where everyone's at, how they may be feeling, and how to best help them move forward. And always my goal is to help people understand what makes them feel fulfilled, what makes them feel purposeful. Life is very short. It's too short to spend time at work hating life. And so how can you best enjoy 85% of that time, we'll say? You're not going to like it 100% of the time, but how do you get to at least 85% or so enjoying what you do? And so that's my passion. That's my kind of where my purpose stems from is don't hate your life every day. How do you enjoy what you do?
Brandi, it's such a great story, and your family ended up, I'll try to remember, it's many, many years ago, but define prosperity as the ability to run a business that serves your life, not one that consumes it. Mm-hmm. And I think once you and your husband and your father-in-law started really getting centered around that helped bring some clarity on what the next step was going to be in family business. But I really like that definition that you all came up with is, prosperity is the ability to run a business that serves your life. It doesn't, like you were saying, consume it.
Yeah.
So,
And, I think part of that consumption just came from all of us feeling like we had to be the ones with the answers. And, we kind of touched on this today already. And when we finally took a step back and said, okay, you know what? Actually, we're not the smartest people in the room, nor should we be. Let's go find some other people that are way smarter than us. We owe that to the people that work here every day to check our own selves and say, look, what's the best thing for this business? And it really, a lot of those conversations came around like there's way smarter people out there that would really thrive with the opportunity of taking this business to the next level. And so, yeah, part of that defining that prosperity was like, let's create more prosperity for other people, and give them this opportunity to take this further than we'll ever be able to take it. We had to say we have gotten this as far as it can go, but we recognize it can go further. We're just going to be beating our head against the wall trying to figure that out. So we found some way smarter people.
Yeah. So now trust your team and watch your company thrive, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, and now that you're here at Ferguson Alliance as a senior business advisor, what would you say is your area of expertise? Talk to us about how you best serve and help our clients. What's your background and what you bring to the table and how you can add value?
Right. Well, again, I love people. I love to talk to people. I love to get to better understand what motivates them, what they're after. And I know that I have to watch this, but I'm also a fixer. So while I'm not trying to fix people, but I am trying to, again, help them all understand working towards a clear goal can make everyone feel very fulfilled. And so I gravitate towards the people projects, any kind of project that involves working with a management team. I love that. I love coaching. So I have some coaching clients. I really enjoy that, helping people understand, again, different perspectives, what's driving people. We do our behavioral assessments, which I also love, to help everyone connect the dots between this is who you are, this is why you do what you do. The short answer to your question is really anything that involves people and getting excited about people and getting people excited about what they do and how they can be a contributor to that. I guess you also asked about some of my past experience that lends. I have managed people a fair amount of my career, and I do love that. I would say, if anything that I miss, I do miss managing people to an extent.
You just need your own associate.
Yes. But yeah, I have managed people a lot through and managed a lot of corporate, staff around finance and production planning, customer service, things like that. So again, just helping people understand where they are in the organization, how they add value, and how to build upon that.
Well, that's great. I'm going to try and sum that up for our viewers, because I've gotten to watch it. Well, there's just so much, and people are so different. They're so dynamic with different aspects, which is why I've named you the culture coach. If you follow Ferguson Alliance on social media, you all know that I call Brandi our culture coach. But I've gotten to learn and grow just to see kind of what Ferguson Alliance does by watching Brandi in these strategic workshops that she does. I've gotten to be an observer of her strategic workshops that she does with several of our clients. She definitely meets the clients where they are, which is great. She does leadership training for executive leadership teams and management teams, and executive coaching. And those are the big highlights. Like she mentioned, behavioral assessments. We can offer those out to anybody, and she does a great job, not just administering the assessment, but explaining what it is and what you can get out of it and how you can apply it and how you can interact with other people once they've taken that behavioral assessment too. And that just helps strengthen their relationships and communication and their working capacity. So yeah, since I have deemed you the culture coach, that can be a tough concept to define in the family business culture. So what does a healthy culture look like in action?
Well, a healthy culture in action is going to be consistent. You know, every organization is going to define their culture differently, is going to have a different culture. But I think the biggest key to the success is consistency of whatever you've declared it to be. That it's coming through everything that you do. Your team can feel it, your customers know it, your reputation backs it up. That is like the ultimate goal as an organization sets out to have a healthy, vibrant culture, is that it is known in everything that you do. So thinking about, are your actions aligning with what you're saying, with your values? Are they really driving what the organization is about and what they're doing, would be, I think, the main thing.
Consistency. Okay. Consistency. Consistent culture.
And authenticity. You know,
and authenticity. That's very important. Yes.
Or it won't be consistent if you're not.
No, because
in it.
People can read through fake authenticity. Yes. All right. So I did mention I observed some of your strategic planning workshops, and one thing that came to my mind that I view as being very difficult, it comes very natural to you, at least from me watching you. But while you're facilitating these strategic planning workshops, how do you help leaders move from vision to execution?
That part's usually not too hard. They want to execute. It's getting them back from execution to the vision. Once they get the vision down, the execution part comes relatively easily if they are aligned with it. But I would say the bigger task is getting people to back it up and think about the vision and think about where the organization wants to go, the bigger picture. And then once they can get oriented around that, then the execution portion of it starts to be easier. I would say the big differentiator in that is making sure that you have a plan and that it's measurable and that you have some time, some dates nailed down on when you want to accomplish those things, or else then you do run the risk of not being able to implement what it is that you've spent your time creating. You got to have some accountability.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Brandi. Thank you for sharing your story and your perspective. If you'd like to, you're sweating. It's your mental exercise workout this morning. But if you'd like to hear more from Brandi, feel free to reach out to her. Her contact information is on our website, and I'm sure we can drop it in our comments and notes wherever we're posting this. Or you just reach out to me, and I can get you in contact with her. I can also fill you in on some of the services we've talked about that she offers. So, Brandi, thanks again.
Thank you. I'm a self-proclaimed rambler scrambler, so.
Well, it's okay. It's okay. I was expecting some more of this. She's very animated when she talks, which is a lot of fun. She's been sitting on her hands this whole time.